too bad at all. That's how the weather's looking. I'll send you back out into the piazza.
Welcome to the plaza outside BBC Breakfast. We have a blindfolded Louise Minchim with us here at the moment. We've got a few surprises lined up for you. We promise you that we make sure that your final ever BBC Breakfast finished in style. So, Louise, if you're ready,
yeah,
would you like to take off that blindfold and say hello?
That is really strange. Hi, me.
It's super weird, isn't it? This is
hello, everybody.
This will all become clear. We've got a sea of Minchims here.
Wow, yeah, I can see a sea of Minchims. I like that you've got different hairstyles as well, Louise.
This is why we all needed blue tack and sellotape. This is why we've been keeping things very secret. Can I ask you how you're feeling at this point? I know this is weird. I know you like to be in control. I know you're not.
I have been. You know me extremely well. I have been channeling that jumping off a ferriness and thinking it's okay. I've trained for this. I'm ready for this. I've planned for this, but I have not planned for this in any way.
I was thinking of you last week when we were speaking to Bear Grylls, and he was talking about that moment of fear. Remember in the aeroplane, and he said you just got to step out and enjoy it. This is your moment to step out and enjoy it.
Well, thank you, and thank you as well for breaking our golden rule of touch. You've had to hold my hand all the way along to get me here.
Yes, but it's been lovely to see you this morning, enjoying yourself, enjoying a programme you've been on for so many years. I want you to sit there and
Before we start,
yes.
am I allowed to hug people or not? Probably not.
I'll check that. I'll check that in a minute for you. I'm sure you probably get shouted at by somebody. But yeah, we've got cushions for you. We've got sequins. We've got glitter. We've got the sofa. We're outside in the lovely weather, which we've sorted for you as well. I want you to sort of gather your thoughts, okay? Compose yourself and have a watch of this. I think you'll enjoy it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Very good morning. You are watching Breakfast.
Good morning.
After 20 years on the famous red sofa, she's leaving.
Enjoy the day. Shall we give them one more cheer before we go? Ready? Go!
She's covered every major event over 2 decades and always a consummate professional.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Goodness me. Sorry, well, that's so embarrassing. How have I done that?
It's actually so dark when we got here. Do you want to reveal?
Or to admit the fact that I've actually got my dress on back to front.
It's still going. Have you managed to turn it off?
How have I done that? Go on. What if you do get bitten? What's your advice? Oh no!
Don't do that.
That's a really bad idea.
I'm devastated you're leaving, by the way.
I literally love you for that.
Honest to God. I mean, you've been a stalwart for, like you said, the past 20 years, so it has been lovely waking up with you in the morning and receiving our news from you. It's been lovely. You're a consummate professional, you're amazing at your job, and yet you're wonderful. You brighten up the day.
I'm going to miss you, Lou.
Oh.
I'm really going to miss you.
On the way out,
okay.
Maybe we'll have a hug.
Okay.
Thanks. Thanks, though. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Cheers.
A woman loved by the stars and by her public.
2 words for you.
Okay.
Louise Minchim.
Love her. Yeah, love her.
Professional, cheeky, sense of humour, quite attractive.
We've come a long, long way together.
Will shortly, alas, no longer there be seen. Who better than a town crier to proclaim our breakfast will never be the same?
Good luck, Luke.
Oh, we'll miss. Bye, Louise. Good luck.
Bye.
So, how did it all begin? Let's go back to Hong Kong, 1968.
She was born in the middle of a typhoon in Hong Kong, literally in the middle of it. And I always think that imbued her with some form of adventure and excitement. I'm an avid watcher of the programme, of course.
I imagine that one person might be watching me, like maybe
yes.
my mum or dad.
And of course the other funny thing is for me, when I go through an airport...
We were just standing over there, some of us 1 million.
Look up at the screen and there was Louise's enormous face on the thing, and I wanted to say to the whole crowd, be quiet, that's my daughter.
because it is this which has really inspired us.
Oh.
I can't believe that you're swapping the sofa for triathlon and swimming, biking, running. Well, they are just amazing sports, but you could have chosen something a little bit easier. Well, good luck with whatever you're going to be doing, and I hope we get to go out on a bike ride very, very soon.
No time to rest.
I just want to say congratulations for a very long time on the BBC Breakfast sofa. As you can see, I've been in very tight leotards, but I hope you're going to enjoy the triathlon, and yeah, again, well done.
Thank you so much for all you have done over the past years, bringing us the news in such fashion every single morning. I'm going to miss your face so much. You can do it! Go Lou!
I remember being there with you in Chicago in 2015 at the World Triathlon Championships. It was unbelievably impressive.
I've got no idea how you managed to get up for all those early mornings and still train at the same time to such a high level.
I am a Norseman.
Best of luck and much love from the Brownlee brothers.
The boys are right. Here we are in a rather fetching outfit. I should probably say, Louise, I would only do this for you. Look at this get-up. I know you're used to this, but I'm not. But this is what it's all about, inspiring others to test themselves. So if you're ready, I'm off to do triathlon stuff.
Look at that muscle. Somewhere. It's in there somewhere.
Keep being brilliant and keep reminding yourself and everyone else that whatever it is, you can do it. Go Minchim!
There is no end to Minchim's talent. But there is one thing she won't have to do anymore.
I'm not going to miss the 3 o'clock in the morning alarm call, or to be more precise, 3:42. That I won't miss at all, and nor will she.
We've just been reminiscing over our times, crossing paths at 3:40 a.m. when we're getting back from nights out, so drunk, and seeing you wake up for work, and I'm going to miss those times. Yes, I'm also grateful that our curfew is now not 3:40. We're proud of you and we love you, and you can do it.
I think of my mum as kind of this superhero, when in terms of how determined and how much she kind of sticks to what she believes, and she would never give up, and I'm so proud of her.
Just like before, Louise, lift your feet.
So today, let us present, for the very last time...
Minchim, I can't believe you're going. After all those years together on News 24, News Channel, I think once even News 25.
Now on BBC News 25, News 24
An extra hour, blimey. Look, you've been fantastic and you'll be sorely missed. And I send you lots and lots of love. Bye.
I hope you have the most fantastic morning this morning. It has always been an absolute joy doing BBC Breakfast with you.
It's rather busy here, but anyway. Hi. Am I shouting at you?
Yes.
I have loved watching you over the last 20 years on the BBC, early in the morning, and I've been lucky enough to sit with you quite a few times. You are going to be so missed, really missed.
Good luck.
Louise, your strength, your determination, your utter brilliance as a triathlete and woman, I think you're brilliant. I think you're going to carry on being brilliant away from here.
Hi Louise, it's Rick Astley here. I just want to say goodbye and good luck with everything. Lots of love. All the best. Cheers.
Michael here, just wanted to wish you the biggest of loves and to say that I'm going to miss you on that sofa. One of the only things that could get me through getting up so blooming early was knowing I was going to see your face. Sorry, Dan, but it's true.
So, Louise Minchim, let me tell you what those words mean to me. A truly great professional sofa partner who always had a smile on her face. Well, most of the time. An amazing, amazing athlete, and I'm proud to have helped inspire you by letting you win when we raced against each other. But most of all, I think of a warm, sunny person who'll always be my friend. So from all of us, who've been with you over the past 20 years, watching and working, we want to wish you the very, very best.
Oh. There's a lot in there, isn't there?
I mean, I don't even know where to start on that, but what it is a reminder of the joy that I've had doing this job, and also of the deep friendships that I've made, because ending that with Bill as well, you know, we're still friends. We still play the lottery together still, and that was 6 years ago. So Dan,
that's not why you're leaving, is it? You've not won the lottery.
no, but thank you very much for a beautiful film and a beautiful reminder of the joy that I've had doing this fantastic job.
It's not over yet. We should say thank you to everybody who took part in that. Rick Astley, Rebecca Adlington, Michael Ball, Darcy Bustle,
I mean, seriously.
of course, Adam Peaty, lots of familiar faces for you as well.
Brownlee Brothers, don't forget them.
Well, the Brownlee Brothers. We've even got a live band for you today. Can you strike up? Go for it, guys.
Thank you, Umpire Back Brass. You seem to be cool.
You mentioned the Brownlees. This is.
I did mention the Brownlees.
Oh
my gosh. Okay,
so
right. Okay.
Feel free to tell us.
Chat while I do
talk
this.
us through anything.
I mean, you know, there are obviously other brilliant athletes like Georgia Taylor-Brown and Vicky Holland, and Jess Learmoth and Jodie Stimpson and Lucy Charles.
Yeah.
And you know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, we thought you'd have a bit more time on your hands once you
later on.
Yeah. Hold on. There you go.
Ooh, look at that.
You've got your very own, very special triathlon wetsuit. You don't have to put it on now, by the way, okay?
Really?
No.
There's the keys. I can go for a quick swim. You know me.
We've got a few more extra surprises for you because you know our sea of Minchims. There are some faces behind there that you might recognise.
I love
so, if the band can strike up, can we please bring on surprise Minchim number 1?
Oh, God.
Double jabbed. They're both been double jabbed.
Stay away. We've done much worse than that in the past.
Okay. we are pre-watershed. Right. Rob Rinder. Rob Rinder, everybody, come on.
So lovely to see you. Thank you so much.
It's a complete gift. Hi, Dan.
Hello.
What a complete privilege it is to be here, not just on your last day. You just you are Louise Badass Minchim. What people didn't see on that incredible gift and privilege we had to run literally across the desert for 32 miles is on the night before. Your leg was swollen, your eyes were watering.
I was having a full-on meltdown, actually, lying in a fetal position in my tent.
But the point was, nevertheless, you got up the next morning at the time you always do, ready, and you determined that you were going to finish that with joy, with delight, and with humour. And I think for me and so many people, you speak to something so kind of important now after the last 18 months and after the last 20 years, which is about finding the delight in everything you do and being resilient and powerful, and above all else not letting the world determine who you are, but speaking to the rest of us to remind us that you get to decide your own narrative. And I watched you that day, and I think I said to you before, and I think a lot of us who are around you feel the same, that overwhelming Louise Badass Minchim power can teach us all so much, and it was one of the great gifts of my life to spend that day with you. Oh my gosh,
and I mean, it was an extraordinary day, wasn't it? We went over these beautiful sand dunes in Namibia forever and ever. It was absolutely extraordinary. It touched my heart. I've not seen you since, and it's been so.
We did a marathon. We did the.
Oh gosh, no, we did a marathon. We did another marathon.
She's
didn't
so
we?
busy, Rob.
We did a marathon.
Well, she got up in the morning. We're doing a marathon
I invited
today.
him to come and stay, and then I said, yeah, we're going to go and do the virtual London Marathon, which he did.
And for those,
I love you so much. Thank
you of course met on this amazing thing for Comic Relief, and from the minute she came back, she started talking about you, and she hasn't really stopped since. But what was it, do you think, that brought? I know, you know, when you need each other to get through something, that often helps. What was it that attracted you to the? What did you know about her before, and what did you learn?
No, I mean, I watch. Other channels are available, but I watch BBC in the morning, and you know, you're kind of part of the tapestry of people's sort of lives. It's the day, you know, the rich of the day, and I knew that you were fit, and I knew that you could do stuff, to say the very least, physically. I mean, look at the videos, to say, you know, you are muscle, internal and external. But the reason this really changed everything, Dan, was because it was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was
and he's tough.
No, but it was 34 degrees and bonkers, and I just thought, everybody's going to die here, and I wondered how, you know, frankly, how on earth they'd allowed this to happen in the first place. But really, it was for me watching, truly, the night before, how bad things were. And us deciding, you know, we're going to run together. And Louise said, you know, I'm going to run alongside you. And there was a part of me that had that little germ of doubt going, yeah, all right. And step after step, moment after moment, even laughter after laughter, she just pressed on until the end. And there was one particular moment when we were climbing up this high...
I know what you're going to talk about.
It changed my life. This high...
sand dune.
These great big... At the sand dunes, we were tethered together by music.
I mean, you say sand dune, but they were mountains.
They were huge, vast things. And on top, I just heard in this inimitable, you know, kind of Louise Minchim-tastic way. Now, I'm a little bit terrified. I've got terrible vertigo, but I shall carry on going anyway. It was just like, you know, and that sense that you're completely present, knowing that somebody's afraid, knowing somebody is obviously not exactly in their comfort zone, to say the very least, that they're actually surrounded by an idea that it might not be perfect, there's danger about, but you just press on because that's what you've agreed and promised and determined to do. And when we ran in with each other, it was, I've said this before, I keep trying to recapture it and I can't. It was
but the thing is now, we can do something crazy like that again, can't we? And I remember he was in charge of the soundtrack, and I remember particularly True Colours just blasting in our ears as we went up these extraordinary sand dunes / mountains. What an amazing experience.
You talk about music, because you took part in that concert that we did together at Bridgewater Hall as well in Manchester, and that's when I sort of got an insight into how you prepare for things. Because Louise, you've got this thing in you where you are, but you're terrified of something that you don't feel comfortable with. You sort of embrace those nerves, you have a little panic, but you always manage to do whatever it is you're worried about, because you have to have that moment before of worry and then go, actually, I'm going to be fine, and then step out and it's all perfect.
I've got a sort of a thing in my head which when I'm feeling really nervous, which is, it sounds ridiculous, but I think about jellyfish, because I've had these beautiful moments. I know it's absolute madness, isn't it? These beautiful moments in my life where I've been in extraordinarily terrifying situations, seen their beauty, and just going, you know what, it's all okay.
Yeah. It is okay, and it's not just that, but I think you make everyone kind of around you okay too.
I wish I could.
And that, that moment, you know, it's really hard to describe. It's also when we did our long sort of marathon.
It was long because I was very slow.
Well, it wasn't just that. No, I think more than anything else, you kind of taught me that things don't have to be perfect. You don't necessarily have to win.
You definitely don't.
But above all else, it's you can do whatever it is you choose if you push hard enough. And that delicious idea that we can just go one step at a time and
make it to the next tree.
Make it to the next tree. And I found that really moving, and it's been such a gift. I know I speak for quite literally millions of people, that you're the sort of big or younger sister that they wish that they had.
You speak so well there, because that is what so many people have said about you, Louise, that your ability to make people feel comfortable and okay when they're in difficult circumstances. And I know you don't think that that's something that you do well, but you're amazing at it. And there are so many people who've sat on the sofa, and I've watched you, I think I don't know what to say, and you find the words to say. And that's an unbelievable
today could
skill.
Possibly the exception to that rule.
Well, you don't have to say too much today. In fact, all you do have to do now, we're still on
I
until...
can't believe you got
I
in there,
know,
that's brilliant.
we're still until 9:15. You know, you have to say 8:59, it's 8:59.
Oh, you're doing that now?
No, you have to, this is your last ever time to say it's 8:59.
Which camera?
Let's go to the big jib here. Go to this one.
I'm
sure we'll get a big cheer when you say it.
There is a reason why we say it. I'm not going to explain that. It's 8:59.
Yes, well done, Louise. Welcome. Oh, you can clap if you like. Go on, everybody. Oh, here we go. Welcome to a very special edition of BBC Breakfast. We've come outside because, if you've just switched on, it is the last ever time that Louise Minchim is going to be on this show.
Look at the beautiful day that we've got. Isn't that what? That's brilliant. I love that.
You just said to me there before we came on, what are we doing now? And I've really kept some big secrets from you today.
What are we doing?
You've had Rob here, but I don't think that any party is ever sort of complete without a cake.
Right.
So would you like a cake?
I'd love a cake.
OK, can we have some music to accompany the cake? You can play anything you like. Bring in the cake!
Last week, could I be very specific and send a picture of the dress that I was wearing? And there it is. That's the reason why. Thank you so much.
And this is not only any cake. This is David Duncan, who makes cakes for the royal family.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like any cake. It looks absolutely. Thank you, David. It's beautiful.
From 3D Cakes in Edinburgh. David, give us an idea of the time and the effort that's gone into this.
Okay, so the team in Edinburgh, they made it, and it took around about 16 hours to create.
Oh.
The flowers and the wee figurine of Louise were all made in sugar paste, so it took a little bit of time.
Can she eat herself? Is a crucial question.
She could. Yeah.
I'm not going
to. Might be a little bit tough.
I'm not going to. What I love is about you got my hair all perfectly right with the slight roots at the top. Beautiful.
David, would you like to? Thank you very much for that. That's lovely. Would you like to put on your Minchim mask?
Yeah.
And go and join the rest of the Minchims, because Rob was the first Minchim that we brought out. Do you want to go stand round in the back there, David? You can put on your Minchim mask if you like.
Thank you.
I've got one.
Oh yeah, we'll sort you one out. Don't worry, we've got a few spares. Can we ask the next two mystery Minchims to come forward, please?
Hi, Dad.
Louise obviously knows these two very well. This is Louise's husband, Dave.
I can definitely hug the one in the middle.
And Louise's dad, Patrick. Thank you so much for coming. It's lovely to see you both. You just apologised to your wife, Dave, haven't you?
Yeah, I just apologised for lying, unashamedly lying to her last night. When she said, "You know all about it, don't you? And have they asked you to come?" And I said, "No, I'll be at home."
And look at that big smile on your dad's face as well. Patrick, can I ask you? I mean, I've sat next to this wonderful lady for 5.5 years and worked with her. You've obviously known her entire life. How proud have you been of some of the things she's managed to do?
Immensely. I mean, what can you think for a dad to have her daughter perform such a fascinating role for 20 years? I'm immensely proud. And her mother and her family just over the moon. And I've followed her everywhere around the world. And
literally.
Literally.
He's been to Norway, he came to Chicago. I've dragged him around the world following me in triathlons. He's very good at it, by the way.
Oh, right. Is that where the skill set comes from?
Well, watching. Dave and I went to Norway and supported her throughout the Ironman, which is quite a venture for ourselves, quite apart from Louise keeping up with her.
And, you know, Dave, many people who watch this programme have been inspired by Louise, not just what she does on the job, but the things that she's done in the water and the triathlons and some of these incredible things she's talked about with Rob this morning. And she got into this basically through working on this programme. It started off at the velodrome, didn't it? What have you made of some of the things that your wife has achieved?
Oh, I'm in awe. I mean, it's so courageous. The bravery, I mean, she's been just the challenges she's taken on. And she does it all with a giggle and a smile on her face. And I've seen some of the pain that she's gone through, the operations, and you've just been brilliant. So adventurous, so courageous, and it's just been. I've learned a lot, and I think she's learned a lot from it. But it's been such fun, really such fun. And thank you to the show for really leading us down that path and allowing her to do it, because it's been great, really great.
Something that's really key to both what David's saying and Rob is saying is that you can't do anything alone. You can't do it alone, and it's always so much easier when you've got somebody's hand to hold, or you're running with someone, or you're running towards someone. Just, you know, remember that, everybody at home, we're not alone. There are people out there who can help you, who can support you, and you know, I couldn't do this job if I didn't have a backup team, the team who work here, my dad, my mum, my husband, my children. You know, that's what it is. It's teamwork, and that's how we all get through it. Without them, I couldn't.
Well, this is your family, obviously your BBC Breakfast family as well. I feel we need to bring in some more members of the family. I think Sally and Matt are here as well. We can drag them in. Give them a nice round of applause. I don't go.
Go on, give us a kiss.
And I know that you and my dad are now best friends, which is very good.
Thank you. Lovely to see you. I'm going to scooch round here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And I know that I've, you know, in the times off air over the last few years, I've known you talk about how much your family have meant to you, both your two daughters and everyone else as well, and that has been such a special thing for you that has carried you through some of the difficult times, and something you're really looking forward to once you don't have to get up at 3:42 every morning.
Absolutely. It's been, I'm really looking forward to all the kind of sort of silly things that I miss, which are, you know, watching late night telly on a Sunday. That's very funny what they said about the curfew, because there genuinely is a curfew. 3:45, that can go now. But yeah, it's just the silly things. It's school run, it's having breakfast together, it's watching telly. It's not, you know, it's just not all the time feeling that pressure. Or I certainly felt it. To kind of, you know, the only way I've coped with the hours is by being really disciplined and, you know, having a sleep on a beautiful sunny afternoon, because I know that's the only way I'm going to get through it. So yeah, it's normal stuff. Home stuff.
Do you mind if I say something to you?
How long have we got?
Well, I feel that.
Of course I do.
No, I get to see you every single morning, and I know how good you are at your job, and I haven't been looking forward to this day, as I've told you. You know, from the minute I started with you on this amazing programme, we got on. And as I said earlier, it's hard to find someone who makes everything so comfortable, but you are that person. That's one of your special gifts. I don't think we've had a single argument in our 5.5 years on TV, which is incredibly rare for anybody who knows anything about TV land. And also, there's been a lot to deal with on this programme, you know, both on and off the camera. But I'm really proud, and I feel very privileged that we've done and dealt with that together. And, you know, we've turned to each other when we've needed each other, and I don't think that will ever change. And that's something I've really enjoyed about working with you. You've got so many talents. We've heard about some of them today, but you're a fierce campaigner, you're a skilled journalist, you're annoyingly good at every single sport in the world. You're an international athlete.
Because I concentrate.
No, but you're great. You're a mum, you're a wife, and, you know, many people standing behind you here and sat on this sofa will know you're also a really good friend. And I've often marvelled at your ability to, you know, put a worried guest at ease, or ask the perfect question when someone is in tears on the sofa, or someone has gone through heartache, and somehow you find the right words at just the right time. It's been wonderful to get to know you a bit. We've covered the biggest stories together. We've spoken to some amazing guests. I'll miss your eye roll when I go on about something. I'll miss that golf face you give me when I talk about the sport that I love. Yeah, that one. I'll miss the laughter. I'll miss the tears. I'll miss the fun. But most of all, I will really miss you every single day. And I get asked all the time at the minute, what are you going to do without Louise? I don't know. I don't know what I'll do without you. But what I do know, Louise, right, is that whatever you do next, you'll be brilliant, because that's just what you do. And I think there are two types of family, right? The ones that you're born with and the ones that you find along the way. And it's been an enormous privilege to share this sofa with you. And all of us here will miss you enormously. And the programme will never, ever be the same without you, Louise.
Thank you. Can I say some thank yous now?
Go on then.
Okay, so I've written it down just in case I talk. So, thank you first to Dan. Because of you, I've stayed much longer than I actually meant to, haven't I? Yes? I mean, really longer. We've been through tough stories, we've been through tough programmes. The one thing has been absolutely clear, you've just said it, you always have my back. You've made me laugh, you've made me roll my eyes, you passed me tissues when I cried.
I've got some here just in case.
Thank you. I'm feeling okay. Also, a huge thank you to this wonderful, amazing BBC Breakfast team. I've loved working with you. You work incredibly hard, all of you, all hours of the day, of the night, every single day of the year to put the programme on. You are absolutely amazing. I shall miss you terribly, but you will carry on, the programme will carry on, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with you. And finally, And kind of most importantly, to everyone who is watching, it is really, really thanks to you for watching all of these years. You are absolutely at the heart of everything that we do. And I feel proud, it's been a privilege to sit here on the red sofa and report on our shared history. You've made me feel welcome in your homes, welcome in your hearts. And I just feel like I'm a small part of a huge BBC Breakfast family. We've talked about family, haven't we? I'm part of that family. I will always be part of that family, even if I'm not here on the sofa. And I cannot thank you enough for your support, your love, your messages. It has been an absolute pleasure. And I take great joy with me in my heart as I leap off this sofa into the great unknown. And I will keep watching, and I will still be with you. Thank you.
Well, you enjoy life beyond the sofa, Louise. We'll all miss you. You're an absolute
Thank you.
superstar. If you say goodbye for the final time, we'll get this band to play, we'll play some music, and then we can all give you a big cheer, because you are the best. Go on.
I wasn't going to say goodbye, but thank you. And for the last and final time, goodbye, have a great day, and I'll see you somewhere on the other side.
Wow.
Massive round of applause to everyone here from Morning Live as well. What beautiful
What a
tributes
beautiful
this.
send-off. Amazing.